What's up everyone, this is Draco Evo back yet again with some latest Manchester United transfer news now, and today we got a few things to discuss. Declan Rice to Manchester United, Wesley Fofana to Manchester United, and according to ESPN, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has urged Ed Woodward to make 3 signings in this January transfer window. Make sure you like, share and subscribe, especially the like button guys. It does go a really long way in supporting this small channel. But reports are coming out in regards to Declan Rice. So Manchester United have entered the race to sign Chelsea #1 target Declan Rice. So I'm going to read you out this article, then give my 2 thoughts. As always, Manchester United will challenge Chelsea for the signing of West Ham midfielder Declan Rice at the end of the season, according to reports. This is from the 442 and ESPN. The 22-year-old has been heavily linked with the move to Stamford Bridge last summer, but ESPN reports that United have now entered the race. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wants to add a defensive midfielder to his squad ahead of next season, along with a forward and a centre-back, and the Red Devils have shortlisted Declan Rice. Moving on, the England international knows of the interest from Old Trafford, but Chelsea are still considered the favourites to sign him should he leave the London stadium. West Ham are determined not to let him go without a fight and will demand a £70 million for a young player who still has another 3.5 years left to run on his current deal, with an option of a further year. The impact of the pandemic means that the finances will be tighter than usual for United, but they do intend to invest with caution in the summer. So this is according to ESPN coming out and saying that Declan Rice to Man United, sorry. Look, Declan Rice is the #1 target for Chelsea. He has come out and pretty much hinted that he'll prefer to stay in London. Chelsea is a London club. He is a young, talented midfielder. United have come in for him and they potentially need a CDM, but I don't think that will be a priority in my opinion, given the packed midfield that we currently have. However, we do not have a CDM of his quality and potential at the club, and with Nemanja Matic, who's our only recognized CDM in the football club, aging and got a few years left on his contract, someone coming in to take over the reins from Matic or even Paul Pogba. We all know that Paul Pogba will most likely leave in the summer transfer window. Declan Rice will be an ideal signing in my opinion. Let's have a look at some of his stats. So Declan Rice stats, as you can see, he's 22 years of age, England international. He has played all of West Ham games this season. He is predominantly a CDM who can also play a bit of a centre-back role. He is integral to West Ham, assisting 1 goal, but you don't expect him to assist that much. But as you can see by the starting lineup, he is pretty much integral. Looking down, he has literally played every single West Ham game for 90 minutes. The full 90 minutes he has played for West Ham. West Ham are currently languishing around 10th position in pretty much the halfway point of the season. I think a quality of Declan Rice at the club it's going to be hard for them to keep him long term unless he really wants to stay. Chelsea obviously have invested heavily in the last summer transfer window. They have been linked with Declan Rice, strongly linked with Declan Rice. However, they couldn't offload enough players to be able to make a bid for him, since they spent over £200 million anyway. If Declan Rice goes in, and says he wants to leave, I think personally his preference is Chelsea, but never say never. We could potentially be the Premier League champions, and that draw alone will kind of be a big factor in any player's decision to be able to play for champions, to be able to be part of a winning team, and to be able to play with the likes of Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, obviously. But this is the latest news around Declan Rice. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Next up is a centre-back. So Paul Scholes has come out and talked about Wesley Fofana. Wesley Fofana to Man United. Obviously, he plays for Leicester. He's only 20 years of age. He's a young French defender. He's quick, he's clever, he's powerful, he's a good defender. And this is what Paul Scholes had to say. As a back four, I worry about how good they really are. At fullback, Wan-Bissaka is just about defending, which is fine for a game at Liverpool, but I'm not sure what Luke Shaw brings to the team. Paul. In the middle, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer still has to find Harry Maguire's best partner. Eric Bailly has pace, but he's rash and picks up too many injuries. Agreed with that. Victor Lindelof plays the position better and seems to be Ollie's preferred option, but again, he's not totally convincing. If I was Ollie and could sign a defender this month, I'd go for Fofana at Leicester. He's only 20, but he has been outstanding and he has the potential to be anything he wants to be. So this is Paul Scholes giving his take on a potential Manchester United target. We all know that pretty much Man United are going to be looking for a centre-back, whether this January transfer window or in the summer. They are going to be looking for a centre-back. Having looked at Wesley Fofana's stats and having seen him play, he's very impressive. At the age of 20, he's French. He's played in 23 games so far this season, assisting 1 time. He's pretty much played the full 90 minutes in every single game, except for the second game in Crystal Palace where he wasn't in the squad. But Wesley Fofana, I watched him a few times. I think he will complement Harry Maguire, given the fact that, look, I want Eric Bailly to be our first choice centre-back with Harry Maguire, but let's face it, let's tell the truth. Can Eric Bailly stay fit for the course of the whole season? That is a huge doubt. It hasn't been proved before, and I think Eric Bailly will struggle to stay fit. However, can Eric Bailly play games with the rotation around the whole sort of centre-back position, much like how we do in the midfield position? Yes, I think if he can rotate around with the likes of Fofana, potential Fofana, Lindelof, Harry Maguire even, build that squad, have 4 strong centre-backs, not play him 30-40 games a season minimum, then we have a chance. We 100% have a chance. Eric Bailly, in an ideal scenario for me, should be injury-free. He'll be fantastic. I think he's going to be one of the best centre-backs in the league. Yes, he's a bit rash, but that's his qualities. No-nonsense attitude. He puts his head on the line. But the injury problem is an issue, especially when you're going into a campaign, challenging for titles, playing games left, right, centre. He is unreliable. He is made of glass, unfortunately. Wesley Fofana, having watched him a few times, having heard about him, having read about him, he is a fantastic centre-back. However, for me, making a bid for him in the January transfer window is unlikely. Leicester are fighting for the top 4. They could call themselves title challengers because that's how close they are to the top. Will they get rid of Wesley Fofana, especially when they signed him last summer, 6 months into his career? I don't think so. I think this is sort of a wishful thinking, unless Manchester United knows something that we do not know. Example, a buyout clause or something like that that they can trigger and know that Fofana will end up coming to Manchester United. I don't know. But I think in regards to Wesley Fofana, yes, I would love to have him young centre-back, but I think it's a bit much. It's a bit much to ask, especially in the January transfer window and the position that Leicester are in currently at the moment. Moving on to some bits and bobs. Obviously, I posted a YouTube short yesterday in regards to Jesse Lingard to Nice. There are rumours going around that Nice would like to take a loan out Jesse Lingard for the remainder of the season. Let's see how that develops. These are rumours at this current stage. We do not know whether that will happen, but I think, as I said in the video yesterday, my YouTube short clip, which you can access through your mobile only, I think it's time for him to move on. I think he offers pretty much nothing at the age of 28. He's still got a couple of years at the top level, in my opinion. I think he should go and rejuvenate his career, especially the last couple of years, before he reaches the 31-32 range, where generally a lot of the players do tend to dip down. Obviously, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has apparently urged Ed Woodward also to sign a few players, 3 players this transfer window, Ben White being one of them. Fofana is another one on target. Declan Rice is another one. I don't think we'll sign all 3. I don't think we'll sign 2 of the 3. I think realistically, maybe one centre-back signing, Ben White being the most realistic one. I think I don't believe West Ham are willing to let Declan Rice leave in the January transfer window. Even if they do, it's going to cost like huge amounts of money, and we are already stacked in the central midfield position unless we start getting rid of central midfielders, which will definitely not happen this January transfer window. In regards to a centre back, as I said before, yes, I would love to have a centre back. I think United do need a centre back to kind of push the momentum further on, build up another level of challenging and squad rotation, squad depth, especially the centre-back position. But this is the latest Man United transfer news now. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you smash the like button. As always, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next upload, and stay fodder.